Hello, now this is the Arduino Pro Micro. This came from eBay from the seller of Goin Electronic. As you can see, it has soldered pins, but I just soldered it myself. It's not gold plated, but it came with a package. I just placed this configuration like this aside from the inverted type of soldering because I just like it that way. And by the way, there are two versions of this, the 3.3 and 5 volts, but it's usually sold as a 5 volt package. It came with a 16 megahertz clock, and it's ATmega32U, means that it doesn't need a USB chip driver like FT232 or CH340. You just insert it in your micro USB cable and it does the work. Well, when I first bought this, it had a major issue that it cannot be powered by a USB port, 5 volt power source, because there's a diode right there. If you can see that, I'll post a link down below. It was inverted. It was soldered inverted. Negative was in the positive and the positive was in the negative pin, and I had to fix it very carefully. Unlike the SparkFun version, this is in blue color and it features fuses, and its version was revised apparently because there are some swap pins of RX and TX, but when I tested these RX and TX, it works perfectly after, of course, a repair. And if you can buy this, there's a black mark somewhere here, the RX, TX, and the RX and the ground pins. There are 3 black marked pins. Just don't mind them, it can be soldered anyway, or if you just erase it. And by the way, this doesn't have a pin 13 LED indicator, which means the blink program you're going to use is a different one. You're going to use port 7 or pin 17 to blink the RX LED right here, or was it a TX? I don't know. But in the TX, there's a pretty trick in the SparkFun page. It's a trick that you could blink the TX LED because it doesn't have a general purpose GPIO for the TX LED, only the RX. So when you're trying to blink program, you can only use the RX, but you can also use a TX. There's a trick there. It's very easy to use and it's very easy to understand. By the way, I had some issues also about this micro USB port that doesn't have any kind of protection underneath. It doesn't have a lock system, unlike the Arduino Duo. Let me pause the video. Right here is an Arduino Duo in close-up. You can see the, let me zoom in. You can see the micro USB port. There's kind of a lock there. I'll just post the link down below. There's a lock underneath the PCB. There are holes there, which you can see. These are kind of lock systems for the micro USB so that it won't be removed that easily. Unlike in the Pro Micro, there's none actually. You can see nothing, it's just surface mount, and its lock system is not that good as the Arduino Duo. So that's an issue for me, but doesn't matter because it's really cheap. I bought this on eBay from Goin Electronic for $5. $5 most. The prices vary depending on the conversion units here, and it just works fine after repairing it. But if you're not up to repair, I suggest you buy the larger Arduino Leonardo, because when you plug this in, it doesn't read as Arduino Pro Micro from SparkFun. It reads as Arduino Leonardo. It uses the Arduino Leonardo's IC, the ATmega32U, in detecting for the PC. It still works, but it's just a gruesome repair if you just want this to work. I suggest you buy the bigger one, but it costs more and it occupies more space, but it's more effective. And this one is the Arduino Duo. I just bought it from a local electronics store. Named is PJ Tronics in Davao. So if you're up to, I could send the link down below.